Hi everyone, welcome to my channel or welcome back and welcome to your pick a card reading. So I have shuffled off camera and I have 4 sets of cards that you can choose from, each with a message that you need to hear right now. So we have option 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have Spirit Angel Aura Quartz, Rose Quartz, Citrine, and Lapis Lazuli. So go ahead and make your selection. And if you have picked one of these, then go ahead and skip the video if you'd like to. I will try to put the timestamps down below. And just kind of meditate on it and feel which set you would like to hear from. Okay, now assuming that you guys are ready to go, I'm going to go ahead and jump into set number 1. So, great choice, beautiful, sparkly, beautiful angel spirit quartz. So I am going to lay out these cards that we have selected and then I will flip them over. So I shuffled them face down, of course, so only we will discover these together. I took a poll on my Instagram to see if you guys wanted me to shuffle them on camera or off camera, but it was just easier to set it up shuffling off camera. Shuffling on camera tends to mess with the sound and tends to get a little messy. So let's jump right into it. Okay, we have choice number 1. So the first card I'm going to end with the Oracle card here, okay? So I'm going to try to show you as many of these as once that I can as possible. Okay, first card out. We have 4 of Wands. Beautiful. So what is the message that you need to hear? And then we have 2 Moonchild cards. Okay, we have the 5 of Pentacles and we have the 2 of Swords. And go ahead and pause this video if you would like to get a closer picture of what I have just selected, because I know it's hard to see from the distance you're at. Okay, what else we got? The Frog. Yes. Releasing emotional baggage, cleaning house, and it is the number 14. And then the other card we got, Birth and Rebirth. Okay, so I'm going to read these all together here in a moment. Let's see what else we got. With the Psychic deck, we have Crown Chakra. So that is our main chakra that we need to focus on. Okay, and then we have obstacles and challenges. I mean, okay, so let's try to fit. Let's see what's going on here. We have 5, 7, 14, 5 again, 2, 4. Okay, and then what do we have for the Goddess card? Kuan Yin, the Empress. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The Chinese Empress. Okay, and then last for the Oracle card, Protection. Call back your power and cut the cords. Soul retrieval. So, protection. Okay, so I'm seeing what's going on here. We are going into a new phase in our life. So you guys are clearly about to go into something brand new. So the birth and rebirth process and releasing the most emotional baggage could have to do with something along the lines of financial or emotional attachment or unattachment. So you guys are dealing with some sort of obstacle that I see you being a very empathetic person, a very giving person, a very compassionate person, and I see you not protecting yourself in the way that would be healthy for you. So I see with 5 of Pentacles and 2 of Swords here, along with the 4 of Wands, we could be dealing with a partner, something along the lines of a financial issue, or they left you out of something that wasn't communicated to you in the proper way. But I also see you guys really becoming like a blossoming flower. That's the image that comes to my mind. Like a beautiful lotus flower. I see you coming. See how appropriate that is? Lotus flower. Kuan Yin is sitting on one. And I see you rising to the occasion after coming through such a difficult emotional and financial, maybe even loss. There's something that you're not giving yourself and allowing yourself to celebrate the little things in life and celebrate the little moments and kind of allow yourself to enjoy. And with the protection card, what this card always means to me is that I am not particularly, setting the boundaries that I need to set at the moment that I need to set them. See, it's great and good and everything when you have boundaries set, but no one is, bothering you. It's important in the moments where people are trying to pull you in multiple different directions. So you as a person with spirit angel aura quartz is coming, or spirit angel quartz is coming to remind you that you will be so much lighter and better of a human being after you release this emotional burden, this baggage, hopping along and making sure that you are leaping from lily pad to lily pad, which is fitting, and making sure that you're making the moves you need to make and that you're trusting your gut and your intuition, and you're making sense of the moves that you're making. And also protecting yourself with being so giving and so empathetic and so caring and so knowledgeable. I see you giving way too much of yourself, and sometimes that can cause psychic attack, where the word psychic is thrown around a lot, and I don't like to call myself a psychic, so I say intuitive, empath, intuitive, whatever. But there is something with you where I feel like you are not getting that golden bubble of protective light that I would like to circle around you, so you're not having these premonitions or these clairvoyant or claircognizant attacks. So too much coming into you all at once and taking on other people's emotions. So that's why we're having cleansing house, releasing emotional baggage, and getting through that to get to the birth and the rebirth. And we're connecting with this obstacle here that you may have dealt with. And this could have been a financial obstacle. I mean, clearly we have, 5 of Pentacles coming out here, which is insane because I shuffled these cards, like I said, off camera, and I shuffled them all face down. So I decided, what does, this set need, this set need, this set need, and I did it by the stone. So this is crazy that you guys are getting similar cards in different decks. And also, it's so fitting that you are coming together in this sort of, you're ready for a new, you're ready for something to end before this new thing can begin. And the way to do that is cut off those negative patterns that we tend to fall into with friends or family or loved ones. And we're not, you weren't getting what you wanted out of a certain relationship or a certain job. And you may have financially also been somewhat interlocked in a difficult situation, or you may have some debts that you feel like you were choking and you couldn't breathe because you felt like you were maybe suffering underneath so much pressure. And you're a very, very intuitive person, and we need to make sure that our crown chakra is aligned and we have clarity and we are not overwhelmed with other people's emotions and other people's emotional baggage. So we are coming to a time of celebration, a time where you need to celebrate just the little things in life. Just celebrate, okay, wow, I just made myself dinner. This is beautiful. There's some self-care here. Wow, I just made myself a beautiful bath with bubbles and candles and crystals, and I feel so good. So celebrate those little accomplishments, because everything you do as an intuitive or empath, if you chose this set of cards, is leading you to releasing the old and bringing in the new. So this rebirth is coming. It's either here or it's coming. And you will never stop being empathetic, compassionate, and the Empress. You will never stop being that. But what you can learn to do is protect yourself and not fall into the karmic cycle of taking on everyone else's junk and then being stuck with that and not being able to have a clear head when it comes to important decisions. This is crazy. I love this so much though. It's like it all really, really fits together. And I think you guys will be okay. You just have a lot to work through, and you have a lot of protecting to do, protecting yourself. Okay, let's move on to number 2. Okay, you guys, we have number 2 here. We have rose quartz. Oh, let me get rid of this little guy because I know you didn't pick that one. Okay, so we have rose quartz, or if you did, that's cool too. You can pick more than one set if you feel this is what you need to hear right now, the most important thing. Okay, we're going to save this oracle card for last. And again, I did shuffle off camera, face down. Cards came out from different decks, okay? So all together, we're going to have a message here with your rose quartz. So first card, 6 of Wands, victory. Okay, we have the victorious card. Now, what do we have for the Moonchild deck? Oh, yes. We have the Moon, and we have the Judgment card. Okay, so I see what's happening here a little bit. Now let's get deeper into this reading. Okay, for 2 sets of oracle cards, we have this set and this set, but the first set, we have the animal, the serpent, knowledge and healing. Okay, and then for the card that we need to focus on, we have communication, the word that we need to focus on or pay attention to. Communication. Okay, judgment, communication, knowledge, healing, the moon, victory. Okay, what else do we got? We have, okay. Yeah, just check this out for a second. 2 different decks, okay? Truth and judgment. Number 20 is the same major arcana card in 2 different decks, okay? I can't make this up. This is so crazy. And then we have throat chakra, which is the chakra that we need to work on, which it could be blocked or it could be overactive. Okay, so for the goddess card, we have Ace, illumination, fire. So much fire, and this is Aries season, so fire is appropriate. And then last but not least, the oracle card, we have the Great Gathering. It's all coming together, intuitive hints and soul tribe. You guys, this is intense. I have to say I'm a little bit shocked because the first reading had me shook a little bit, and I don't say that. I don't say shook, but it had me thrown off a little bit, because I genuinely, when you get repetitive cards in two different decks, it's just more validation that this is the thing that you need to hear, and you picked this one for the right reasons. So what do we have here? Truth, communication, judgment, all pretty much the same thing. We are talking about opening the throat chakra, speaking our true, honest self, and not allowing others to have power over us or to have our voices muted. So I do feel there is some throat chakra work we need to do. And this is a very telling card coming out with communication, because clearly these two fit together, right? So I do see with the victory and success and the moon and ace illumination, there's an awareness that you have. You kind of take everything in, you kind of observe, and you see what's happening around you, but you don't necessarily speak out about the first thing you think. Maybe that's not, you don't speak out of turn, which is a very, whoops, there goes my water, which is a very, it's okay, I have a lid on it. It's a very positive quality to have, because you aren't saying things that you regret. And if you did say something that you regret, then you definitely are having a learning experience from that. And with the serpent, knowledge and healing, clearly, number one, there could be a snake in your life, which is representative of the person that is finding out information about you, that they may be saying something about you behind your back. Maybe they are throwing judgment at you. You know, that snake in your life. If you have one, you know exactly who I'm talking about. They're popping in your head right now. And you are getting a very illuminating experience about this. So Ace Illumination is Ace of Wands in the traditional deck. So with the Ace of Wands and the Six of Wands, I see you being victorious over this, getting the truth out of this person. So someone will tell the truth, or you will tell the truth to someone, and it will be very healing. Working on the communication, this is everything when it comes to anything in life. Your job, your love life, your friends, your family, no matter what, it's important to relay certain messages. Communication, 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 throat chakra, speaking out, and also not being afraid to speak out. So if there was fear in that, there's a message in here that's showing me that you are taking, you're taking things at face value, which is not necessarily a bad thing. That's just how you are. And the cool thing about that, when I'm looking at the moon card here, which is all about intuition and trusting your intuition and making sure that you are doing what your gut says to do no matter what. And that has a lot to do with when the throat chakra is blocked, because if you don't say exactly what you're thinking at that moment, then you might go home and think about it later and regret not saying anything. So with that, just think about that. And also, if you have a legal situation going on, which of course this is a general reading, so might not work for everyone, but for some of you, if you do have a legal issue happening, which is sometimes when the judgment card comes out, there is a level of balance that you need to make sure that you're having with your a work-life balance. So if you're dealing with a court case or you're dealing with a legal situation, make sure that you are taking the time to gather all the information before speaking and before presenting the case, and make sure you have all of the details. And if you're not dealing with a legal issue, then awesome. There's something calling to me when I'm talking about the Great Gathering. It's all coming together, intuitive hints and soul tribe. You're about to find out who your true friends are, okay? You're about to see, based on if this snake is in your circle or regardless if you hang out with them or not, this person that just sneaks up on you and shows you something that shows you someone that they are not. With all of that going on, you're discovering who your true friends are. And this will come vocally. This will come from the horse's mouth. So don't believe anything unless it comes from the horse's mouth. So if there's gossip, if there's drama, like at work or with your relationship or whatever, family drama, no matter what, just do not believe it unless it comes from that person, okay? So that's big with communication, throat chakra, truth, just like the moon. Always, always, always trust your intuition. You're going to have an amazing experience discovering your true soul tribe, your true people, the people that you can celebrate with and not have to worry about, oh my God, they're going to come back and use this against me later, or they're going to talk about me. Because first of all, who gives a F what people say about you, right? That's just their sad reality and their opinion. So that is rose quartz number 2. Okay. That was awesome, guys. Now let's move on to number 3. All right, clean this up here. Now, number 3, we have citrine. Awesome, awesome choice. Beautiful, abundant stone. And I know this lighting is not good, but there is rainbows in it in the sunlight, which, if you follow me on Instagram, I'm going to start a story or a highlight section showing all my crystals. So look for that if you want to follow me on Instagram. Everything is down below. Okay, here we go, you guys. So just a reminder, I did shuffle off camera and I do not know what the cards are. I just let them come out as they needed to reflect what the citrine stone means to you and what you need to hear right now. So let's get started. Okay, we have 3 of Wands. Hello. All right, let's see what else we have here with the Moonchild deck. Oh, yes, this is beautiful. We have the Chariot and we have 10 of Cups. Okay, can't really get better than that. That's a beautiful sign right there. So, oh my gosh, so much abundance already. This is beautiful. What else do we got? Oh, you guys. Wealth and the butterfly beauty. So, wow, 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 wow. Okay, wealth, abundance, chariot. Oh, you're on your way up and up and up. Okay, what else we got? Yes, root chakra. So your base chakra, and then we have material harvest. Interesting. Okay, so that would be, we have 9 of Pentacles, root chakra, wealth. Yes, I'm seeing this. Okay, and then we have, the goddess card is the Great Void, a deity. Ooh, there's some serious messages in here. Okay, we're going to translate after this. Oh, here's your oracle card. Lemira, creating heaven on earth. It is happening. See? Okay, so this is what I'm really excited about when I do like readings like this, because I don't know what's going to come out. So this is just me reading intuitively the cards right now, and I'm so excited that you guys are getting this message. Wealth, abundance, which is very fitting with the citrine. We have you stepping out of your comfort zone, you doing something very soon that is going to seem a little bit scary. You're going to jump out of your comfort zone. You're going to take the wheel. You're going to be in charge of your own life and create this abundance, this beauty, this wealth, this health, this heaven on earth on your own. You're going to do this on your own, and it may feel a little bit odd at first, the thing that you need to do, which we might have not discovered yet, the thing that you need to do in order to get to this state of happiness and bliss and success and love. And clearly we have a lot of money. We're talking about money here, material harvest, wealth, and we have base chakra, which of course has to deal with the fundamental foundation of who you are. So you are what? Fill in the blank. And also the root chakra is something we can focus on. It is helping with the skin, the teeth, balancing the root chakra. Skin, teeth, hair, nails, all that good stuff. Making sure that our body is connected to the earth. Clearly, that's fitting. And that we're not too in our heads and we're not too dissociated from reality. So it's bringing us back down to earth. So earth, wealth, beauty, chariot, you're on your way. You're on a crazy adventure here. And I see you going to fill a certain void that you have been asking for signs. You've been asking to receive answers. What can I do to fill this void? I need to feel fulfilled. What is going to make me feel fulfilled? So whether that's with your career or your relationships, there's something in here where what brings you the most joy is that as long as you can stand alone and as long as you can be happy internally, single by yourself, alone, with nobody else to lean on, no codependent relationships, that is when you thrive. That is when you're the most beautiful, the most content, the most living your heaven on earth, Lemira, life. It's a beautiful life once you are grounded. You are fundamentally making the money that you desire, which I see happening. I see you guys really working very, very hard for this beautiful abundance to occur. And filling the void, also, deity is the mother of the universe, so her womb is the universe, as you can see. So you can create whatever you want in this womb. So if you imagine yourself as her and you are able to create the life that you want, you have it at your fingertips. You have endless possibilities. You have the Ten of Cups here. You have the opportunity to take life by the blank and run with it. So take the steering wheel, I guess I can say, is a PG version, or G-rated version of what I was going to say. So don't hold back with your ideas and your fantasies. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying make sure that you are grounded first and then slowly building up to that realization of, okay, now my ideas can come into fruition because I have done the footwork. I have made the plan. I've settled the foundation. Just like a house, I need the foundation before I can make the tall, beautiful goddess tower, or whatever however you want to picture a beautiful house. But I do see you having to do something that steps outside of your comfort zone in order to see your true beauty, your true bliss, your true heaven on earth moment. And ask and you shall receive. This is a lot about manifesting. So you guys that picked citrine, you know how to manifest. And if you don't know how to manifest, you're gonna learn real quick. There is wealth and happiness and bliss when it comes to manifesting for non-selfish reasons. So the best way to manifest is to say, I would like this certain thing, or I have this certain thing, instead of saying I would like, or I will, or I'm going to. What we practice saying for my personal way of manifesting is, I already have, it already exists, it is in the present moment. So I have abundance, I have wealth, money flows to me easily, I have happiness, I am joy. So all of these things, working on manifesting certain things out of non-selfish ways is going to be the most beneficial thing for you. So instead of saying, I want a 6'3" gorgeous, man or woman or whatever, and I want them to be this, this, and that. So instead of manifesting in that way, which is how a lot of people used to manifest or still manifest, there's a big gap and there's a big issue in there with really, instead of asking for something, it is being grateful for things and then receiving more of those things, or even better things, because you're grateful for what you already have. Heaven on earth, 10 of Cups, beauty, the Chariot, you can't get much better, wealth, you have a lot of money coming, you have great ideas, so ground yourself. I know it's Aries season, it's crazy, and if you're watching and we're not in Aries season, then there's a big message in here for you to make sure you have that fire. Make sure you spark that fire within you, in your gut, in your soul. And it will set you free. There's a beautiful theme here of heaven and the universe working together. And I see heaven as the universe. So heaven up in space, or however you see heaven, that's your personal vision or personal belief. So however you see heaven is wonderful. But these coming together is showing that you already are creating heaven on earth for yourself. So you don't have to live in misery. You don't have to live in pain. You don't have to live in debt. You don't have to live suffering. You can take control by jumping out of your comfort zone and making something happen. Grounding it, doing the work. Okay, awesome. That was really cool. Yay, citrine is done. Okay, so now we will move on. All right, so we have number 4. Okay, guys. You picked Lapis Lazuli, and let's see, some of you may have even picked multiple sets of cards, which is fine. You can pick 1, 2, 3, 4, it doesn't matter to me. So these have been shuffled off camera and face down, so I did not see what they are, just as a little reminder. Okay, I'm going to put those away. Now, let's see what comes out for you guys. All right. What do we got? Ah, the Magician. Okay, the Magician. All right, let's see what you have to say with the Moonchild deck. What do we have? What do we have? Oh, okie dokie. We have 6 of Swords and Knight of Swords. So I can see we are running from something or running to something already. So what else is coming out? Oh, okay. We have the Cat. Healthy boundaries, establishing healthy boundaries. And then we have Focus. Okay, let's put this together. Independence and healthy boundaries. number 18, the cat. Okay, what else do we have? For the John Holland deck, we have Heart Chakra. Okay, so that is the chakra that we need to work on. And then we have Solitude. So this is equivalent to the Hermit card. We have some Virgo energy here. In the traditional deck, that's what that is equivalent to. Solitude. Ooh, wow, we are really, really, really running. Ooh, we want to run away from something, distract ourselves. Okay, what else do we got? Oh, okay. So here's your goddess card. Yeah. Isolation? Yes. 3 of Swords in the traditional deck. So, swords, swords, swords. Wow. Wow. Okay, what do we have for the Oracle? I'm already shook. Okay. I don't say shook. Why do I don't say that word. It's so weird. I keep saying it. Rite of passage. So we have the initiation. Sorry. All right. So the initiation is rite of passage, and you're going somewhere sacred. So what does this all mean? There's a lot going on here, so let me take this all in. Clearly, you guys picked lapis lazuli, so that is, you were very drawn into that with your third eye. So you must have a very strong third eye, strong intuition. Now, what I want to play with here is the obvious. We have isolation, Knight of Swords, which is the darting, running at full speed ahead in the traditional deck, and it is running at something or from something. And then 6 of Swords is clearly not seeing what's in front of you, and in the traditional deck it is hopping in the boat and going from rocky waters to smooth waters. So there's a tendency that we need to get away from something. We need to be alone for a little bit. There's some Libra energy here, as well as Virgo energy. And with the Magician, I do see that we're trying to distract ourselves from something. We are either engaged with something focusing along the heart chakra. So something emotionally we're running away from. And we need to kind of, okay, and solitude and isolation, I mean, hello. Like, we're having such a prominent theme here. You're going somewhere sacred. So you do have to get away. You do have to be alone. You do have to find that solitude in order to heal from what you just went through. I don't know what you just went through, because clearly this is a general reading, but let me just say, there is something where you might have been taken advantage of, and you're feeling hurt, confused, lonely, possibly, feeling like you might even be distracting yourself from the fact that this certain thing happened to you, and this could be recent or in the past. There's a journey that you're headed towards that is establishing those healthy boundaries, and that is learning to not always run away from certain things, but running towards something. So instead of running away in fear, we run towards peace, tranquility, love, bliss, acceptance, abundance, whatever, however you want to put it. But there was something in here where there's a lot of loneliness, and I don't know if you feel lonely even when you're around people or around loved ones. It seems as though there is a tendency to feel isolated or out of the norm, out of the crowd. You might not always dictate the situation. You might have allowed a situation to dictate you, which was not necessarily your fault, because the magician can be very distracting. So if you were dealing with someone like this, or if this is you, that's two different things. But if you were dealing with the magician in this scenario, you're definitely trying to get away and establish how to still be a loving and giving person while establishing healthy boundaries and having your independence. And being alone is actually going to be really healthy for you. Being alone for a while. You are going through this dark sort of cave, right? Imagine yourself going through this dark cave and you can't see the light, and you're digging through your way through this cave and you still can't see the light. So I would call that losing hope. But losing hope is the worst possible thing you can do. So as long as you still have hope and you still focus on your main goal, which is whatever your goal is, it could be to be happy, to be loved, to love yourself, to be abundant, to have a bunch of money, or whatever you want in life, you have to be able to see the hope and focus on that main goal. You want a business, or you want a healthy relationship, or you want a well-rounded family and a healthy family. There's this cave that we are having to crawl out of. And in solitude, as hermit mode comes in, it's reminding you that it's okay to be alone, to find your inner light. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you're not a bad person or a failure or whatever's going through your head if you decide that you need to be alone for a while and kind of recuperate. And I see you definitely running away from something, but also running towards something. So have that be your focus instead of thinking of it that way. That could be helpful. And as we're digging through the cave, we do have an awakening that we're going to experience, and that awakening can be with allowing, maybe you have an overactive heart chakra, or maybe it's blocked. Either one, you have to tend to your own heart first before you can give it to anybody else. You have to love yourself first before you can love anybody else, as you guys know. And in isolation and in solitude and in this Six of Swords energy that I'm receiving from these cards, it's very clear that the cardinal energy mixed with the mental and emotional, there's so much, there's every element in here. We have earth, we have wind, and we have and we have water. So there's the heart chakra is representative of water, because water is cups and the cups is emotions. So dealing with your emotions, which I don't want to get too into because clearly everyone has a different story, but the main message for you, what you need to hear right now, is that it's okay to be alone and find alone time rather than feeling lonely around a person or a bunch of people. And it's okay to give your heart a break and put yourself in solitude so you can find your inner light and find boundaries. Make sure that this person or whoever or whatever the situation is cannot manipulate you or talk you into certain things. And I know you may be feeling like, okay, well, you know, that's nice to hear and everything, but when is that going to happen? When, right? So clearly, since you guys picked lapis Lazuli. You have a very clear third eye. You have a very clear intuitive sense about you. So what I would say is ask yourself, when do I deserve to have happiness and bliss and boundaries and inner light? And when is it my time to find this sacred message that I've been seeking? And the answer doesn't have to come to you right now. You can just, let that question float around into the universe and really just kind of think about it. Ask yourself, when do I deserve to do this? Usually the answer will be right now, right this minute. You deserve to protect your heart, protect your soul, protect your energy, and you don't have to run away. You can run towards something instead of running away from something. Maybe that'll help the mentality a little bit of whatever situation you're dealing with here. But it's beautiful just to know that you do have time to crawl yourself out of that cave, and however long you need to be in solitude, to be in isolation, to establish your healthy boundaries, take all that time you need. Let people know right up front, hey, I'm going to be MIA or I'm going to peace out for, a couple days or whatever it is, however much time you need. And if people don't understand that, then do they really have your best interest? Okay, well, that was kind of incredible. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. And if you would like to subscribe, that would be wonderful. That really helps out, helps keep the channel running. And I love you guys so much. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I'm going to be showing my full crystal collection on there. And I also posted a photo to win a possible free private reading. So go ahead and go to my Instagram, check that out, and it's free to enter, obviously. So, okay, I love you guys. Bye-bye.